Welcome everyone to Sunburst's Sunday Meditation. I'm so happy that you're joining. My name's Emily. I've been involved with Sunburst to some degree or another for about 11 years. And when I first encountered Sunburst, I lived at a distance, so I'm just so happy that with us being socially distant right now, that everyone has the opportunity to participate in our meditations this way. And please always feel free to reach out by phone or email to connect as well. These are really interesting times we find ourselves in. I saw or heard or something recently, someone musing about how differently we might view the quote, "hindsight is 20/20" in the future. I think this number 2020 is going to mean something totally different to all of us going forward, because there's so many things about our lives are either required to be changed, so many of our daily routines due to coronavirus, and then many changes being asked of us with the Black Lives Matter protests. We have an opportunity to look more deeply at ourselves and our institutions and find ways of changing. So there's a lot of change happening in 2020. Some may last, some may be temporary. But I've thought this year more times than probably any other year about my one of my favorite singers, Mary Chapin Carpenter. One of her songs has a chorus about the beautiful racket of life, like the beautiful cacophony of sounds that life produces. So I'd like to just share that. Such a beautiful racket, it whispers and roars, the bitter and sweet between the truces and the wars, the noise and the quiet, the courage and the fear, and all of the wisdom between a smile and a tear. She's not a spiritual teacher or anything like that, but I like to find little reminders in daily life that can help me bring myself back to my spiritual guideposts. So this is one of those. She's bringing me back to the ups and downs of life is a constant. Our choice is to attach our identity to those ups and downs and think that we are our circumstances. We are this unpredictable life. We are our thoughts, we are our role in life, we are our story, our circumstances. Or we can realize our true nature. Truly, we are much bigger than our circumstances, our roles, any of that. We are limitless. Our souls are free of all of that. It's just one minor part of us that we've chosen to engage in, that our souls, which are limitless beings of pure consciousness, have chosen to be in this life at this time for, I can't say all the reasons. I don't, there's an element of mystery for that in my mind, of why exactly each one of us is in exactly our role. But we have much more power to bring love and consciousness and good into this life when we realize and tap into that free soul that we really are. One of my favorite analogies, and I think this came from Paramahansa Yogananda. I could be wrong. Yogananda was the teacher of Sunburst's founder, Norman Paulson, and a very influential yogi. who lived in the United States after moving here from India in the 1900s. It's the analogy of the wave and the ocean. So the idea is that the ocean is the ocean of pure consciousness, of our Creator, of Mother, Father, God. I am that I am, Divine Spirit. You can use the name that resonates with you, but this oneness of energy and consciousness and love. And that the wave, each wave has its own unique shape, actions, ups and downs. Sometimes it's crashing, sometimes it's rolling along gently, sometimes it's got a huge up and a huge down, sometimes it's very gentle, might have ripples on it, might have things swimming through it. And there's zillions of them in the ocean. It's just infinite, the variety of the waves. And it's very easy for the wave to think it, if we are the wave, we can easily identify with our unique role, our actions, our characteristics, and to forget that our essence is we are made of ocean water. We are not at all separate from our Creator, from Divine Spirit, from Mother, Father, God. We are one. And in being one with God, we're one with each other. So for me, it's much easier to philosophize about anything than to engage deeply in it. I think that's probably common. But in this instance, I've kind of laid out the philosophy of the wave and the ocean. I've kind of stated that we are limitless souls of pure consciousness. But to experience that, why I have been drawn to be involved in Sunburst is because the practice of meditation has given me a taste of what it really means to be connected to that consciousness, to know that oneness with love and light, and to then have the courage and the motivation and the energy to work to bring that out into the world. So I'll start us in a guided meditation that we can do together. And if you already have a meditation practice, you can do that. But I'll start with a very basic one that's related to our breath, since the breath is always with us, so it's always available. You don't have to wait for yourself to encounter the perfect quote to remind yourself of this, or wait until you have a half an hour to set aside for meditation. You can just connect with your breath to start with. So a good idea is to let your spine be as straight as you can, and that helps with the movement of your life force within you, and it also just lets your muscles relax a little bit. They don't have to work so hard to hold you up. And you want to be comfortably straight so that your muscles aren't tensing up while you're meditating. And then you can take a relaxed, deep breath. Let's take a deep inhale and then exhale in 3 parts. Kind of helps release some tension that might be building up in your breath. You can do that as many times as you need to get your breath relaxed. And then just let it be natural. And as you breathe, if you close your mouth, and you can breathe through your nose, you can feel that the inhale feels cool, the exhale feels warm, and that can give your mind a point of attention. And if your eyes are wandering around, you can actually imagine that they're looking out through this point that's between your eyebrows. looking out through the single eye, almost like if you had them open, they'd be focused a few inches out from your face. Just keep them gently closed or partly closed. Feel your inhale cool and your exhale warm. As thoughts begin to arise, just know that they're part of the wave of the ocean going up and down. It's just, they're not necessarily going to go away, and that's okay. You can give yourself an inspiring vision to bring yourself back to, if that helps. I'm going to read a quote from Anandamayi Ma, a great master, to inspire us as we go into our quiet. While engaged in meditation, think of oneself as a purely spiritual being, as self-luminous, poised in the bliss of the self. Self with a capital S. We all have the essence of pure consciousness within us. As we begin to realize our oneness with Spirit, we also truly realize our oneness with each other. This is a time when we have a choice to feel separate from each other, from those who have a disagreement with us, who hold different ideas, who seem different from us because of some characteristic, or we can honor that oneness, honor the consciousness and true essence of each one, and learn ways to uplift. Take time to remember each day in meditation our true nature and bring that out in everyone that we meet, in all the organizations, our families, our communities, our institutions that we're involved in. Let us take this inspiration into creating a world where each one is truly valued as who they really are, a luminous spiritual being, in the words of Anandamayi Ma. We have the power to choose. What will we choose? I'd just like to close with Namaste, which means the divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste.
Make our lives a shining light for all the world to see. Make our hearts an open door to your eternity. May our lives reflect your love all across the sea, and help us to live evermore for thee. Show your face, shine your love down on us all today. Shine out in the night so mine eyes can see the light that can set thy people free. We've been calling to you, Lord, won't you show your face, for the sake of those we love and this whole human race. We've been looking to the light, trying hard to see the light that lights humanity. So show your face, shine your love down on us all today. Shine out in the night so mine eyes can see the light that can set thy people free. Hearts of wiser men than I, poets, fools, and kings, sought to know you and the joy that your wisdom brings. Of all the suns and worlds we see, nothing can compare to all the love, the light that's shining there. So show your face, shine your love down on us all today. Shine out in the night, so mine eyes can see the light that can set thy people free.